So I just rewatched South Park, bigger, longer, and uncut. This movie was the shit! Basically, you got your four boys, Stan, Kyle, Cartman, and Kenny, and they go to see an R-rated movie called Terrence and Phillip Asses of Fire. They start cursing their asses off, they get the entire town to go watch it, all the kids are swearing like sailors now, the parents get upset, they decide to start World War III with Canada because Terrence and Phillip are Canadian, so America and Canada are finally at war, which, let's face it, we were just delaying the inevitable there. Kenny ends up setting one of his farts on fire because he saw it in the movie, he ends up dying, he doesn't go to heaven, he goes to hell, where we come across Satan, who was in a gay relationship with Saddam Hussein. Satan is actually not the bad guy of the movie. No, he actually has a song. That's the only song in the movie where no one curses. That's weird, right? No, the villain of the movie is Saddam Hussein, who wants to go up to Earth so that he can take over. And he just treats Satan like, well, his little bitch. Back on Earth, Stan, Kyle, and Cartman are trying to get their parents to stop the war, but they won't listen. Way to go, white people. They create a resistance group called La Resistance. They have a musical number. That's one of the things I want to bring up about this movie. The music in it is kick-ass. From all the songs like Mountain Town, Uncle Fucker, Up There, Blame Canada, La Resistance, Kyle's Mom's a Bitch, What Would Brian Boitano Do? All the songs in the movie are awesome, and they're just well sung, and they're really good. So Cartman gets a V-chip implanted in him, so whenever he curses, he gets electrocuted, and while they're setting up La Resistance, Kenny's ghost comes to him and tells him that Satan and Saddam Hussein are going to come if Terrence and Phillip are killed. So now they definitely have to make sure that Terrence and Phillip don't get killed. So they come up with a plan. They sneak into the military base where they're holding the USO show, and they have Big Gay Al and Winona Ryder and all that shit. World War III ends up happening. Terrence and Phillip get killed. Satan and Saddam Hussein do end up on Earth. And again, Saddam treats Satan like his little bitch. Kenny tries to convince Satan to stand up for himself, but he's too scared to. And then Cartman unleashes his secret power because the V-chip ends up getting all screwed up. So he now has the ability to shoot lightning out of his hands whenever he curses, and he starts electrocuting the shit out of Saddam Hussein. Satan ends up throwing Saddam Hussein into a hell pit, and he gets impaled on a spike. And he then gives Kenny a wish, and Kenny wishes that everything could go back to before the war was started, so everyone's alive, but Kenny's still dead. But it's okay, because before the end credits, you see Kenny go up to heaven, and he gets to hang out with some pretty rockin'-ass set of titties. This movie is pretty much making fun of how parents overreact to things and like to blame everything else when it's their piss-poor parenting skills. Way to go, America. With all the fucking soccer moms and the baseball dads out there. Just, like, all these parents are out there, and the movie's trying to make fun of how parents like to blame anything else for their kids doing something bad and not take responsibility for their shitty parenting. So that was really cool. It was really good to see them tackle that subject. And it's also talking about censorship and freedom of speech, which is what the last season did. But this was obviously made in, like the show's second season, I guess. I don't remember. And you know what? As shitty as the animation is, which, I mean, like, that's the intention, that the animation's supposed to be shitty, it's actually kind of cool to watch it on a flat screen. It's, like, really good to see, like, shitty animation done surprisingly well. So yeah, South Park, bigger, longer, and uncut, this is a really kick-ass movie. The music's great, the animation's good, the message is solid, it's funny, it's vulgar, and it's everything you want in a South Park movie. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to take a nap for a little bit, and then I'm going to sit down, and when South Park Season 20 begins, I'm going to watch that shit, and I'm going to TiVo it, and I'm going to rewatch it over and over. This is going to be a kick-ass season. South Park Season 20, y'all.